All right, cold turkey, baby.
Welcome everybody to Bolts and Hools Podcast, episode
99.
So what reminds you of 99? Where's your brain go?
Well, we just talked about the Prince song. 99.
Party Like It's 1999. When did that song come out? Probably mid-80s?
Yeah. No, I think about Y2K.
Really?
Like when it was 1999 and all
Yeah.
the computers were going to freak out, the world was going to shut down.
What a crock
And
of shit that
nothing
was.
happened.
Nothing happened.
But you probably bought a case of bottled water though, did you?
I don't.
Some beef jerky.
You know, that was my senior year of high school.
Yeah.
So I guarantee you I did not buy a bottle of water. I was buying something else. You know what I'm saying?
Some Mad Dog 2020.
Yeah, some Boone's Farm.
Some Strawberry Hill.
Some Beast, Milwaukee's Best Light. That was the greatest beer for
Some
young-
Thunderbird. Remember Thunderbird?
No, I don't think we had Thunderbird.
Oh, that was some cheap stuff.
Really?
That's East Texas stuff right there. You don't know anything about that.
So was that like a lower grade than like a Lone Star beer?
It was like $2 a bottle. It was.
What do you mean a
It was
bottle?
rough stuff.
Like
Like
a-
a fifth.
Oh, so it was a liquor.
$2. No, it was more of a wine, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. Remember Thunderbird, Jamie? No?
I've never heard of
Anybody?
Thunderbird.
Rachel's got it.
Yeah.
Thunderbird.
Did you drink Thunderbird,
Yeah.
Rachel?
Not if I could help it.
Yeah.
Really? So it was
I
like
think
one of those.
That was some East Texas
Like-
redneck shit
it's
right
like
there.
gas station.
Like Mad Dog 2020.
Similar, yeah. But maybe lower grade than even Mad Dog.
We were up in College Station for the 4th of July, and we went in to get some like beers to watch the fireworks.
Yeah.
I was this close to buying a Mad Dog.
You should have.
I know. God, it
It's
was
always
so
good to
gross.
reminisce and go back to
I
your
know,
roots.
but you know, I probably would have drank it and it would have ruined every memory I had.
You would have. It would have been one of those.
Yeah, awful. I probably wouldn't have drank it.
Yeah, a little dry heaving. Yeah.
Cheers. Oh, there you go. Drink it straight
Cheers.
out of the bottle. You ain't got a hair in your nuts.
kinda-
Do it. Do it.
I will finish that whole thing off, man.
But you're-
No, I'm not drinking. I'm on a break right now. I'm on a little hiatus.
Really? How long?
Yeah. I don't know.
God, that's crazy.
I didn't say I had a little whiskey last night, so not too long.
What'd you drink?
But yeah, I just don't feel like drinking right now.
What'd you drink?
Nothing
last
wrong with
night?
that.
Oh, no, nothing at all.
Not in the mood.
That's, dude, respect,
Yeah.
man. What'd you drink last night?
I drank Weller's.
Really?
Yeah, I've got a bottle of that. I drink a shot of that
Yeah.
before bed.
It's good.
A lot.
Calms your nerves.
Not every night, but
Yeah.
most nights. Yeah.
You know, I was driving home last night, little traffic on 518 going to the house,
Yeah.
so I stopped in Total Wine. Eagle Rare. They had cases on cases of Eagle Rare.
Did you give me a bottle?
I didn't. That was limit one.
God.
Limit one.
Well, you only need one.
I could have walked in and walked back, but I did not get you one. But I don't think I've ever
Next
seen
time
it.
you see that, give me a bottle.
How much is
I
face?
don't ever see it.
How much is face value Eagle Rare?
$80.
$51.
That's great.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I know. I was
And I
super
mean,
jacked.
if you can get it for 120, you're doing okay.
I don't think
I
I'd
mean,
do
that's
that.
what you're going to pay for it in
And,
most liquor
yeah,
stores. They're going to
with the
try to
markup.
charge that. Yeah.
You know, speaking of College Station, we drove up and we were on 6 and we stopped at a gas station and they had a liquor store. So Randy and I grabbed the water and came out and I was like,
You're
hey,
in
I'm
a
gonna...
lot of liquor stores.
Well, I hunt down whiskey. So I went into this liquor store. It's like next to a gas station on Highway 6, like
Yeah.
kind of in between, what is it, Navasota and Hempstead.
Yeah.
Right? And
Okay.
just a little Chevron or something. They had every bottle of whiskey you could ever dream of.
Because nobody goes there.
They had 16 different Wellers. It was crazy, but they were tripling face value. I mean, there's no way
Yeah.
I'm paying that.
Yeah.
But they had
why
everything.
That's why they had them.
They had like 3 different types of Blantons.
Yeah. They're just waiting for the right buyer. That's a strategy.
They had Stag.
You know, it works.
They had, I mean, there was like bottle of Stag was $5,000. They had a Pappy. It was crazy. I mean, I've never seen that much whiskey together.
So we haven't had a podcast in a couple of weeks, right?
No, we just skipped last week.
Why did we miss?
We skipped last week
Why did we miss?
because I'm an old man.
Shit is breaking down. on
Oh
the rocks.
God, I'm getting old.
Yeah.
It's sad. It is.
Tried to
very
lift
sad.
something and
You know, I went to the gym and I was squatting, and I did too much. Like a peanut gallery over here.
I wasn't going to say anything.
I know.
Danny jumped on that.
It
quick.
deserves a giggle.
Yeah.
But yeah, just my
So
throat.
why were you squatting? Who was there when you were squatting?
Oh, Chris, because I have weak legs and
did
I need to strengthen my little weak
Did
legs.
you have a spotter?
No, my wife makes fun of me because I have such chicken legs, so I need to get bigger legs in life.
And like a Brazilian booty lift.
You know, I've been working on it. No, that's
on that?
because of you. You always tell me I don't have an ass, so
flat rear end.
yeah,
boy.
so I'm trying to build it all up and look like
You
a
should
normal
do
human
that.
being.
Yeah.
So I was squatting and I blew out my back.
Look like J-Lo.
I couldn't walk.
You look like Mr. Clean on the top and J-Lo on the bottom.
So I know where this podcast is going today.
What are we going to talk about?
Clown on my ass.
So speaking of that, what is our topic today, Bryce?
You know, I wanted to talk about Buttress threads. Buttress.
While we're on topic,
Danny, I forgot to grab one. Can you bring one?
buttress threads.
Buttress threads.
I bet there's a lot of people that have never even heard of buttress threads.
I've heard the term.
Is it Buttress or Buttress?
Ooh, I think it's Buttress. Don't you think it's Buttress? Everyone that we've talked to has said Buttress, not Buttress. It's spelled.
So when you did your research on this,
I didn't do a whole lot of research. Let's be
Really?
honest. Yeah.
so you went to the technical side of buttress, right?
You know, a little bit.
So see, I'm a little more nerdy. I go to things like etymology and look at the origins of where buttress came
Okay.
from.
Did you do that?
Yes.
Okay, let's hear it.
So it comes from like an architectural feature. If you look in like old European architecture, it is a straight wall that's reinforced by an angled support.
Okay.
And that's the buttress. So it's interesting because it correlates directly to this. That's
Exactly.
where it comes
Yeah,
from.
exactly.
So, you know, and I was thinking, I go down rabbit holes when I start thinking about this. There's a lot of architectural features with references that are
bolting?
synonymous with fasteners.
Really?
Castellated, right?
Yeah,
So castle,
sure.
castellated, the
Yep.
little
Word up.
the
notches.
notches
Yeah.
on the top of a pillar.
And what's another one?
Another one is like anchors or dowels. Those are fastener related things that are
Sure.
architectural
Yeah.
in nature as well.
Okay.
There was one more. I can't think of what it was. I'll think of it while we're talking.
Yeah, sure. So
Yeah.
I just thought this would be an interesting topic because it's very
But this
rare.
is directly related to architecture, and it's exactly the same. It's obviously where it comes from.
So I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but these threads basically are they're flat on one side. They're like vertical,
Yeah.
and then you have an angle.
So most
And
most threads are a V shape, right?
60 degree, right? Isn't that what a thread is?
Yeah.
Dude, will you do that? I'm
this-
terrible at it.
Yeah. Well, this one has one
a-
side of the thread that's parallel
flat.
to the axis of the stud. So it's flat, straight up and down. And then the other side has the angle there. I know
And it's a 45.
It's difficult to see.
It's a 45 degree.
Well,
right?
there's different angles. There's
Okay.
different angles. There's different buttress designs.
Is it really?
But yeah, I think that's the standard though.
The standard I think is 45 degrees. So
But what's it
45
for?
degrees.
Why is that?
I think it's for axial load, right? It makes it stronger going one way.
Correct.
It basically can hold
Yeah.
a lot more weight
A lot
or
more
whatever,
pressure.
right?
Yeah.
So using like a lot of high pressure situations, you know, when I was looking it up, it said more like downhole. I didn't know that. So like oil and gas, like
Well,
tubing,
for
downhole,
high
like
pressure.
casing, tubing.
Yeah.
So that's an
But
interesting.
a good example would be like on a lead screw, where if you look at normal threads, it's meant for easy travel, easy assembly, and it's universal. So you're either doing it under compression or you're doing it under load in one way or the other, and it's good for either way.
Sure.
So it's universal. Whereas this is very specific to loading. So you, depending on where you put that flat angle, either on this side or the other side, it's designed specifically to hold load in one direction.
And this
a
is-
tremendous amount of load.
So this design's kind of crazy too, because they like thread the stud in and then they tension it with a washer and a hydraulic tensioner. I mean, the whole application is crazy.
Yeah.
But so it has buttress threads, not obviously not there, but so on the ID of this, and I think it is on the stud. Yeah, the stud's gonna have buttress threads too. So and we're making
Yeah,
it,
it would have to.
and we're making it out of Inconel.
It's crazy. Yeah.
So not only is a buttress thread, it's going to be complicated to make. You know, you got to buy special tooling. It's going to be hard to make.
Very hard material. Yeah.
And then we're going to have to now we're going to have to do it out of Inconel,
Yeah,
which
so
is
we have to order the tooling because it's not available on the
yeah.
shelf.
We got to order the tooling. and then machine Inconel buttress
So
threads.
applications are things like lead screws, and a lot of lead,
I thought lead threads were more Acme.
Well, a lot of lead screws will have Acme because you're supporting load in both directions. But in some applications, a lead screw will only support it
Going
in
one way.
direction. You only need it in one direction.
Sure.
So if you really want that extra strength going in one direction, if you think about a lead screw on a lathe, like on the manual machines that we have out here, or even on
Landis,
CNCs,
yeah.
will have
Right.
lead screws. You're using Acme for the most part. But if you were really interested in supporting load on one side, like a downhole application where
Yeah.
you have pressure coming up from the bottom,
Right.
Or you've got things like, another thing I think of is like breech lock exchangers. Where that entire cap
Yeah.
is being screwed on.
Yeah.
That can be Acme, but it can also be Buttress as well.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
So where you've got extremely high pressure coming from one direction and you're wanting to contain that with very high integrity, this would be a good thread.
yeah. It's a pretty,
Yeah.
have you ever heard of it before? Like
Buttress?
before we talked about it today?
Or Buttress.
I think it's Buttress.
Okay, I'm gonna go with that.
You think it's Buttress
Yes,
or
I've heard
Buttress?
of it. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You have
Not
heard of it?
often. It's not often.
I
but
think this might be the first time we've machined a
I
Buttress
think you're right.
thread.
I've read about it and I'm familiar with it. I know what it is, but I don't know that we've made it before.
So,
Yeah.
just another cool thing that we run into,
Yeah.
Is there anything that you want to add to the Buttress thread?
No, it's a good topic, Bryce.
Something we've never talked about,
Yeah.
something that we run across. This is
Buttress.
Buttress? What was the origin?
Maybe
Like,
it's
what
French.
language?
No, English, I think, is where it came from. Yeah, it even goes back to like old Roman etymology. Because, when you go into etymology, they get into all the little roots
Right.
and things, and then there's assumptions on where it came from.
Sure.
So it's not real clear, but I think English architecture and that word Buttress comes from Europe.
And then when it correlates to threads, they just said Buttress.
Yeah, so they call it obviously because that's where the design was inspired. Yeah, they say, hey, this looks like a buttress on a building.
Well, they should have called it a lean-to thread.
A lean-to thread.
Right.
It's probably the more redneck term.
The lean-to.
Yeah, that's a lean-to over there.
So let's get into some parts.
Let's do it.
How about it?
Yeah.
This is a fun one. This is one of these parts that we had a customer. So look at that. Does that look right?
Yeah, it looks right.
Does it look right?
What is right?
It just looks goofy,
it looks
right? You
okay.
got a big,
It does look
goofy,
goofy,
hexed
yeah.
head
Yeah.
with, a threaded hole on, the top of
So-
it, and then, partial threaded stud portion.
Focused on your face.
I'll get out of the way.
There we go.
So this was a customer just assumed off of a drawing and gave us dimensions to make this part. And we made the part and they said, this is not right. And so then they sent us a sample and it was not even close to being right. That head is way too big for that thread. So we're remaking the part.
We can
for-
count on
for the
sales to make
customer.
up a bunch of assumptions.
No,
and a bunch of
we didn't
scrap
make the
work.
assumption. The customer made the assumption. So we're getting paid for the second round.
Okay.
But it's just funny, always send samples. If you're not sure, always send a sample if you haven't. Don't you agree?
But we made a cool part that looks like it was intentional.
And so currently, that's at a CNC right now, and we're just going to mill it down to the proper hex, which is a lot smaller than
A lot
that.
smaller.
It's almost, the size of that threaded portion.
Hey, the guys had fun making it though.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
What was the material on it?
It looks
Oh, that one's on
B7.
the mark. It was either B7 or B16.
Well, it's starting to rust, yeah. So
Yeah, it's one of the alloys.
yeah. And you can tell the way the finish is not great.
Yeah.
And we've roughed it out really quickly.
It's
feed rate was
softer.
up real high. Yeah. Inconel would be much slower feed rate and a much better finish.
What's next? Which one do you want to do?
Let's do this one.
I just always like talking about sockets, especially when they're long
A
and
very
skinny.
long socket head
Long,
caps.
skinny socket. Why does everyone always get loud when we talk about long and skinny? What's the material? Can you tell by the finish on that one? So they still have to thread it, obviously.
I'm gonna say stainless steel, like a 304, 316, right?
H286 660B.
I was close.
I don't remember the size of that. What size do you think that
Terrible
is?
focus job on this thing.
Yeah, you need to practice.
I'm gonna say that is 3/8.
I was going to say 3/8. Either 3/8 or half inch.
Or 10 millimeter. Very close. Either way.
It was definitely imperial.
Okay.
So obviously you still have to thread it, and I think it was 6 inches long. So 3/8 by 6, does that sound about right?
Yeah.
How long are your hands?
Maybe, I mean, I'm gonna say it's about 6 inches if it's there, right? Yeah.
So how do you measure sockets, like the length, when someone says 6 inches?
I mean, you can do this. I mean,
But I'm just saying, where do you measure from?
from the bottom
The
of the
bottom
head.
of the head.
Yeah.
What about a flat, a
You
countersunk,
measure from the top
the
of
overall
the
length?
flat.
Isn't
yeah.
that goofy? Why is that?
You know, I don't know. I mean, because I think that's where
that's-
the top
the
of the
top
plate
is
would be.
flush,
So
yeah.
yeah, if it's in a countersunk hole, that's going to be the depth of the overall part. Whereas this, the head's going to be exposed.
Yeah.
Typically, although the head can be
Sometimes it
below
can be
the top of the
recessed.
surface
Yeah.
too.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
You never know.
8286, 660B, a long.
I mean, you have to
skinny
come up with
socket.
some standardized logic, right?
Sure.
So in the majority of applications, that would be the way you would do it. That the
under the
amount,
head.
the amount of
of
the
engagement.
length that it's below the surface.
Yeah. But the flathead is flush.
Yeah.
Let's go smaller one again.
Okay.
So these are cool. We make a variety of these parts for a customer. I think they're like nozzles. We still got to drill holes in the top of this.
I got it. Go ahead.
So it's like a spray nozzle. I think they use it on welding equipment, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And
It does
so
look like a high pressure nozzle
oh, now it's
or
getting
a
your
pressure washer.
a pressure washer, but I think it's more of a welding machine. There we go, got them. So they're going to drill holes on the head, and they drill them at a 45. So I think there's 3 holes that are going into that part on the head. Stainless steel. This one's made out of 316. So just a very precise precision part. What's that, a hex in there?
Yeah, it's a little internal hex right on the end there.
Little brooch.
I guess
little brooch
that's
action.
so you can torque it
Sure.
and install it. Yeah.
And then it'll have the nozzles and spray some fluid through it.
Yeah, cool part.
Yeah. So we have one customer that we make a lot of different variations of that part. A lot of times it's carbon steel, but I think this is the first time we've run that part in stainless. This one, dude, we got 500 pieces of this part. This is a wild part. 316 stainless steel.
Oh, is it 316?
316 stainless steel. So they're threading this. It's half-inch.
Another long skinny part.
Long skinny part. Theme of the day is long and skinny. I don't get the length. I didn't get the length. What do you think that is? Probably
14
I
inches.
was gonna say 15 inches. Half-inch round bar and turned down. I think this was. I'm drawing a blank. I think it was 5/16 18.
Sounds good.
I think that's what it was.
Oh, so it's going to be threaded on the end.
Threaded all the
Okay.
way. Yep.
Okay.
Kind of crazy,
A
right?
little tie rod.
Tie
I guess
rod.
you could
Yeah.
call it,
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
A tie rod. 500 pieces.
That's unusual. We don't do
It's a high
real
run.
quantities
I know
like
it's
that
a high
very
run.
often. Yeah.
That's when I
for
saw
us-
them. We
for
got
us,
like
yeah.
12 boxes of those
Yeah.
things out there. They're
Yeah.
running nonstop in Landis right now.
Yeah. Our typical order is quick turn and burn.
Yeah, 12 pieces out the door in a day.
Yeah.
Here's a cool part.
That one is neat. That's unique.
This is very, very unique. I think
What's
the
the
key
material?
is A286, so some more 660.
Okay.
660, so it's a tall nut, right?
Yeah.
So typically your nut height is the diameter of the thread. So if it's a 5/8 nut, your height of the nut on a heavy pattern is gonna be 5/8. This is gonna be taller. So this is 5/8 18 U and J,
Fine thread.
fine thread.
What is U and J?
I don't know. I knew you were gonna ask me that. What is U and J? It's just a tighter tolerance.
It's a tighter
isn't it?
thread, yeah.
It's a tighter tolerance
Yes.
thread.
Yeah.
So we had to get a specific
And I
tap
think
for
it has the rolled root radius too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
you're right. So a taller nut, and then check this out. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get this, but it's got a safety wire drilled into it. I gotta get our goofy faces out of the picture. So it's got a safety wire hole. Typically you drill them through the corners if you're doing the safety wire, but this one's drilled straight through the flat. I guess what would be the flat? It's not, because normally it would be straight. I don't know, it's weird how that sits right there in that corner, but it's drilled straight through that
Yeah.
flat, right?
People have different designs. I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't affect the integrity at all. So.
So U and J, fine thread, safety wire hole, tall nut, 660, A286.
And you're going to have a lot of these bolts around, or a lot of these nuts around the flange, and then you would use the safety wire and tie the actual nuts together. So
Sure,
you're going to have
they
that
don't-
wire
they don't move.
around all of the studs, and you can ensure that they don't rotate through vibration or whatever's going to cause the.
Could you imagine being that guy that has to install that wire?
That'd be fun.
Dude,
They
F
probably
that.
get paid by the hour.
And take their sweet time.
Yeah, doing it.
I mean, that's a tiny hole. What do you think? That's 1/16? Jesus, Danny.
Probably so. Maybe even smaller than that. Probably a 32nd.
32nd?
015, 64th maybe.
It's tiny, man. Very, very tiny.
It's easier to drill that though, I think, because going through the whole solid piece, and because the drill bit's supported and aligned by the hole that you've already drilled. Whereas that corner is always tricky because your drill bit tries to walk and it's so small.
Sure.
Yeah.
And there you have it. Episode 99.
Is this buttress as well?
Well, yeah, that's a sleeve that goes around that. So that's that nut that I was telling you.
Yeah, right. So
you got to make sure that you thread it on the right way.
Exactly. I was going to say that when we make those parts, we're going to have to make sure that we put the buttress angle
on the right
direction.
The right direction.
Yeah. I guess on this it doesn't matter. You just flip it around.
And it's the same thing on this. I mean, it's the same configuration both ways. You're just going to have the buttress angle one side and the flat.
We got to put a little extra inspection on that to make sure. Yeah.
I think you should be our inspector for
I
that
will.
part.
Shoot, yeah. I'm going to be a buttress expert by the time we're done with it.
So it's actually some of the parts are some of the studs are B16, some of the studs are 718, and then the sleeves are going to be made out of H13.
Oh, nice. Hard stuff, huh?
So we actually machine it out of H13 and then send it out to get hardened. How about that? So then it becomes.
Is it H13 before you heat treat it? Okay.
Well, I think it is. I think you buy H13 in a round bar and it's soft.
Okay.
And then you can machine it. It's machinable, and then you send it to the heat treater to harden it.
Okay.
So it's like a 40.
Danny's shaking his head. That's correct.
It's like a 38 to 44 or something. I think is the hardness range on that. I mean, it's extremely hard. Rachel,
your knowledge of some of these materials, right? It always impresses me. It does. Yeah.
I mean, this is what we deal with all day, so I just remember some of this stuff. But
I'm very impressed.
You shouldn't be. You really shouldn't be. I trip over myself all day.
So today's Thursday, and we're filming the podcast. What's up tomorrow, Bryce?
Just a little customer activities.
Okay. Activities.
Having some fun with some customers.
A more drinking.
I'm trying to cut back, man. I really am. I really, truly am. So since I hurt my back, I hadn't had a drink. The other night, I had my first drink in over a week.
That's probably good because you've been hopped up on drugs and stuff.
I know. I was on some pain meds too.
It's probably a good thing to back off a little bit.
Yeah. I haven't backed off in a while, so I think it's good to back off every once in a while.
So we had an ISO audit or a surveillance audit over at our hose facility yesterday. So I drove over to Louisiana. So we've got our same surveillance audit here at Patriot Bolden next Thursday. So
you scared?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
We're very prepared.
And Alex did well.
We're good. Oh yeah, he's a pro. He's really good. That's his sweet spot. He does a really good job of that.
Of BS and inspectors.
No, I think he convinces even me that he knows what he's talking about. So I think it's legitimate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're busy over there, huh?
They're slammed, man. They're doing really well. Although last couple of days has been a little bit slower. Alex was out on vacation last week. He went to Florida with the family and went fishing and relaxing.
We need it every once in a while.
Yeah.
So he's
it's picking up.
He's set to break their record.
They're going to double the goal that we originally started out this year. So they've got a lot of momentum right now.
It's rocking. We just gave him that big order, 2 weeks ago? He ran through 600 hose in about a week. That was a nice one.
Yeah, and we're thinking we're going to get another big one too.
Yeah. Yep. And so July is normally a slow month. It's normally the slowest month of the year historically, right?
Yeah.
In our world.
But it's been good here.
It's been okay. I mean, it's not. We can definitely feel it, but we're still getting some good orders. I think that's the difference. Is every week we're getting a couple juicy orders. So can't complain.
What you got for the weekend?
Not a lot. I think Braden has a little baseball thing, and it should be a pretty normal weekend, I think, for us. Not a whole lot going on. Cool. What about you?
We're supposed to close on that Galveston property this week. Hopefully we do that today or tomorrow.
So if anyone needs a place to stay in Galveston, hit my man up.
It'd be a cool spot. Well, it's a new build, so we got to furnish it and all that stuff. My garage and my storage buildings are filled up with just beds and coffee makers and dishes and
the shop.
Is it here too?
Yeah. There's some World Market stuff out there.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we sent the shop truck over to pick some stuff up. That's Andrea. So
that's fun though.
But it'll be cool. Yeah, it'll be a customer retreat too. So it'll be nice.
I'm definitely gonna stay in it.
Come on.
I'm gonna pass out in your bed.
It's a cool spot. It's really nice.
Chavez said he wants to go hit it up.
Come on, anytime. It'll be a sign-up sheet.
Chavez he's got some stallions that he wants to bring down there.
As long as he picks up the shot tab, we're good.
Oh, ooh, shots fired. Shots fired. Yeah, that's a good one. All right.
All right, let's do it.
Hey, so next week, we got to do something kind of crazy.
Yeah, because it'll be episode 100.
They all want to go to the shooting range and have episode 100
Okay,
done
let's
at the
do
shooting
it. It'll be
range.
the centennial episode.
Yeah. Who would have thunk?
Is that
we were
right?
gonna make it?
Is that the right?
Centennial's
description?
100 years, yeah.
The centennial episode.
How about
Bolts and
it?
hose.
How about it?
We need to get Alex over too.
Yeah, we should get Alex over
We
and,
don't do enough hose on this podcast.
you know, I still owe a couple people a spot on the podcast. I promised some guest appearances, so.
You gotta step up your game.
I know.
boys.
I kind of slack on that.
Yeah.
I'm not very organized in the podcast.
Okay, what we're doing good. We're at 21 minutes.
That's about right, man.
That's good. That's
That's about
perfect.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cheers, brother.
Here, here. Ho, ho.
Have a great weekend.
Thanks for watching. Adios.
That's bad luck.
What?